Hey everyone, welcome to Azuria Plays. My name is AJ, and today we are once again diving back in together to continue our Egglocke adventure. Last week, we said farewell to a few friends as we battled our way through the semi-finals of the Champions Cup to take our place in the final rounds of the tournament. As we hatched a shiny, you guys got the chance to revive one of our dead teammates, and if you haven't cast your vote, you've still got time to do so. So let me know down in the comments who you want to see return from beyond the grave. I've got a couple of quick asides before we dive into this episode. Firstly, only about half the viewers of the channel are actually subscribed. So if you haven't hit that sub button yet, it would be fantastic if you could, as it would really mean a lot. Secondly, if you enjoyed the music last week, most of it was from Glitch City, and you should check out her channel for some awesome video game remixes. With that out of the way, let's get into this week's episode. After taking down Hop last week, Leon invited the both of us to dinner at a swanky hotel across town. As we enter, two news reporters rush forward, asking if we will participate in an interview for our adoring fans. After being rather blunt and asking us our thoughts on Hop, who is standing right next to us, we tell them that we are confident and that we can win the final battles to take down the champion. Hop then scares off the reporters, allowing us to catch a break after a tough battle and allows us to go grab some food. Several hours later, who waits in a hotel lobby for someone for 2 hours? I mean, we both have Rotom phones. I don't get why we didn't just call or text Leon to see where he's at, but I guess Hop's not that concerned. Piers then appears to let us know that he saw Leon head off to Rose Tower for a meeting with the chairman, but he hasn't come back yet. Suspecting something nefarious is afoot and the meeting's gone on for several hours, we ask Piers to take us to the tower, and he reluctantly agrees, before saying he's going to bring Team Yell along for the ride. Not entirely sure, but I think we just joined the young team. We leave the hotel with our new gang, and we immediately ditch them to go and do our own thing. After losing a few of our stronger team members, we have some leveling to do. Both Poseidon and the Dongle can find newfound strength through the power of evolution, but in order to evolve them, we need to trade them while they hold specific items. Thus, we begin travelling across the land, searching far and wide, to help our Pokemon unleash the power that's inside. We grab the Prism Scale from Route 2, which allowed Poseidon to evolve into Melodic, and after getting lost in Route 9 and finding the TM for Rock Slide, we stumble across a Protector which allows the Dongle to evolve into Rhyperior. Pokemon breeder Polly, who kindly bred all the eggs for us, also agrees to trade with us to allow us to evolve Poseidon, the Dongle and Po into their ultimate forms, which will hopefully help get us back on track. During our travels, we leveled our team up to the mid-50s, which should be around the right level for the upcoming battles. The current roster consists of Makar at level 55, Baloo at 57, Link at 54, Poseidon at 56, the Dongle at level 50, and last but not least Po, who is also at level 55. With our team powered up, it's time to get back to work. We head to the hotel to talk to Piers about how we get to Rose Tower, and the whole crew is now here. Despite being tired after a battle, Marnie agrees to tag along to help. But after killing 2 of her Pokemon, I'm not so sure that I trust her. I'll need to keep a close eye on this one. Miss Alina then appears to tell us the chairman and the champion are having an important meeting and that she won't let anyone interfere. Only authorised personnel can operate the monorail to the tower, and one of her lackeys has the key. This all seems a little bit too easy, but I guess it's time to hunt down the rookie and steal his key for the monorail. With Team Yell now supporting rather than hindering us, we head off to the town square to find the league member who is the keeper of the monorail key. The league member we are looking for is wearing a pair of sunglasses, but Piers is confident he is hiding in the town square, so we get to work searching, and searching, and searching, and searching some more. After aimlessly running around for what was an embarrassingly long time, we see the obviously suspicious man standing facing a wall and decide that maybe, just maybe, he's the one that we're looking for. After getting him to turn around by threatening him with his boss, he challenges to a battle, but his Meowth and Durant are no match for Valoo, who quickly takes him down with his fiery breath. After his humiliating defeat, the League member runs off and we chase him down, only for him to challenge us to battle once again. But much like last time, his two Steel-type Pokemon are no match for Valoo, who quickly burns him to a crisp. After running off to hide in the phone box, we find the shady trainer once more and take him down for a third and final time, as Valoo once again uses Flamethrower to incinerate both of his Steel types with ease. Now, I'm not sure why he didn't just use all 6 of his Pokemon in one go, rather than fighting us 3 separate times with 2 Pokemon each time. But, you can see, maybe this is some big strategy that the new kids are using. He makes one final dash for safety by charging into the monorail station. Having found some friends to back him up, the person we're looking for has suddenly grown a lot more cocky. His little charade seems to have defeated Hop and Marnie, but it seems that Pierre's has her backs. Whipping a microphone out of thin air, the gym leader puts on a street performance to get the station crowd riled up, including these adorable Zipligans who seem to be loving Pierre's song. As everyone rushes forward to get close to the action, Marnie nabs the key to the monorail and we dash off to Rose Tower, while Pierre stays behind to act as a distraction. We arrive at Rose Tower, and after Hop and Marnie ask what we're going to do, as if it isn't obvious, Pierce joins us. I thought he was meant to be keeping everyone in the station busy, but I guess he wanted it in the glory. However, Hop and I charge forward, and the two of them just stand here next to the monorail. Maybe they're just too lazy to climb the tower? And honestly, I feel that. But turns out, joke's on them. There's a giant elevator to take us right to the top, and at this point, the only way is up. So with our buddy at our side, we press on to rescue Leon. As the lift rises, we have to battle a few Macrocosmos members, but they don't prove to be much of a challenge. All but one of the Macrocosmos trainers use exclusively Steel-type Pokemon, and Valoo's fiery breath is more than enough to melt away the competition, especially with Hop healing a Pokemon between each battle. I guess this is his way for apologising after he murdered poor Twilight in the last episode. We make it to the top of the tower, and Alina is waiting for us, almost as if she knew we'd make it this far. After welcoming us to the chairman's executive space, which is nearly 1,000 feet above the earth, she turns around and tells us it's time to go home, because she won't let anyone get in the chairman's way. Apparently, she's going to beat us into pieces, sounds painful, in order to make the champion lose heart and do everything the chairman says. Interesting. Well, let's see how well this goes for you, Miss Alina. She starts off with a Frostlass, and we start off with Link, which puts us at an early disadvantage. So immediately I swap him for Valoo, as an icy wind slows us down, allowing Frostlass to act first the following turn. Frostlass strikes us with a Hex to deal a little damage, as Valoo counters with a Flamethrower that incinerates the icy ghost, sending her back to the afterlife. Milotic then joins the battle, which is less than ideal for Valoo, so I bring him back to the safety of his Pokeball as Makar enters the battle instead. This gives Milotic the chance to set up an Aqua Ring, restoring some of her lost HP each turn. The following Surf deals very little damage as Giga Drain takes the Majestic Sea Serpent below half. We then delve into a game of cat and mouse with her foe, and she uses Recover to restore 50% of her max HP. We counter with a Giga Drain that deals just over half her maximum, only for her to follow up with another Recover. This continues again and again and again, until eventually Milotic falls to one final Giga Drain. Talk about annoying. Next up is Salazzle, so we recall Makar to send out our own Milotic, Poseidon, who tanks the incoming fire attack with ease. On the following turn, the fire lizard strikes Poseidon with a Venoshock, or Dragon Breath, whatever you want to call it, that once again our sea serpent takes with ease before striking down his foe with a mighty water pulse. Alina then sends out Serena, forcing us to bring Baloo back into the battle, and as Baloo enters, Serena shows off her acrobatic skills, dealing a surprisingly large amount of damage. However, a single flamethrower puts the Queen of the Plants back in her place, 6 feet under. Alina sends out her last Pokemon, Garbodor, and I recall Baloo to send out the Dongo. The power spot underneath Rose Tower then flares to life and surges into Alina's Pokeball, and with the power of the Wishing Star, she fuses the Dynamax energy into her most precious Pokemon. She throws her Pokeball once more, revealing Gigantamax Garbodor. A Max Rockfall smashes across the battlefield, whipping up a sandstorm, and despite the small amount of damage we take, this benefits us greatly as the sand increases our special defense. Now it's our turn to draw upon the power of the Wishing Star, and we infuse the Dongo with the energy summoned by Alina, allowing him to grow in both size and power. Both Pokemon in the field trade Max Quakes, which, when I think about it, is rather terrifying when we are 100 feet above the ground. I really hope this tower is structurally sound, because this battle is really going to put the engineering of this place to the test. In the end, the Dongo wins out as his Max Quake takes the colossal trash heap down in a single well-aimed strike. After saying she wasn't able to win, Alina then says she really is a hopeless woman, and I can't really help but feel sorry for her. She's extremely devoted to Rose and her job, and she's trying her best to impress the chairman at all costs. There's a popular fan theory that I think helps to explain her motives. When she was younger, her family lived in extreme poverty, and her only friend was her Pokemon Trubbish. One day the chairman found her and recruited her into Macrocosmos as his secretary, giving her a new lease of life. This explains the devotion she shows to the chairman, and why her every action is devoted to furthering his cause. Also of note, the Garbodor she just used in the fight is the same Trubbish she had as a kid, but now evolved. I feel like this adds some more emotion to the fight and to Alina's character as a whole. I think this still from her Dynamax animation is packed with emotion and really shows the love she feels for her partner Pokemon. She embraces the Pokeball containing her partner before she throws it into battle, and you can see the expression on her face becomes slightly less angry, as if her old friend is giving her some comfort for just a few seconds. These traits really help to show off the duality of her character and help us to develop a greater appreciation for her. Anyway, back to the task at hand. As we reach the chairman and the champion, we get to listen to a snippet of their conversation. The chairman is disappointed in Leon for not understanding what is at stake, and it turns out he wants to cancel tomorrow's tournament to prevent a problem that will occur in 1,000 years' time. And, in my opinion, that seems a little bit drastic. And Leon seems to agree as he argues that cancelling tomorrow's match is stupid because one day won't make a difference when the problem is 1,000 years away. It's clear the chairman won't be persuaded as he claims the thoughts and wishes of those currently living in Galar today don't matter, and that we should be devoting everything to averting the energy crisis that will strike the region in 1,000 years' time. He claims that by acting now, everyone can look forward to a brighter and future Galar, even though he's just said that they won't be around to see it. Leon agrees to help however he can after tomorrow's match, and that sounds like a pretty good compromise to me. Leon then asks the chairman to excuse us as we head off for dinner, and says tomorrow's match will be one for the history books. As we walk away, the chairman turns to look out the window and repeats, "One for the history books," before saying that he will change the course of history. And with that, we know trouble must be on the way. The game cuts to the following evening, and we're getting ready for the finals of the Champions Cup. But first, we have an egg to hatch. Last episode we collected an egg on Route 10, and we never got round to hatching it. So after cycling around, the egg begins to crack, and a Spinub pops out. We name it Moblin after the pig-like enemies from most Zelda games, and train him up till he evolves into a Mamoswine. And with that, we're ready to take on the finals of the Champions Cup. But we're going to wrap this episode up here, and delve into the tournament next time. Remember to cast your vote for the Pokemon you would like to see revived, and I hope to tune in next time to see how we fare in the finals of the tournament. As usual, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.